Hey y'all, my name is Niara Alexis and I am here today to show you a very soft but still glamorous holiday makeup look. So let's get into it. So of course I'm gonna be using my Subtl Stak. It's kind of starting to like tower lately and I'm happy about all the products I'm adding to it, but I'm just worried because I remember my last stack was so tall. Anyways, I'm gonna be using a couple of products. So I've already washed, moisturized my face and everything. I can't stress enough, the base for a good makeup look, you're gonna need to have well moisturized skin. Even if you have oily skin, don't let that deter you from actually moisturizing your skin. Your makeup's just gonna look so much better on. I'm also gonna apply a little bit of primer as well to my face. If you're doing this makeup for like a holiday event, or you know, like you need to be wearing your makeup for like an extended period of time, I would definitely recommend putting a primer on. So first I'm gonna start off with concealer, and I like to kind of spot conceal before I apply any foundation or anything to my face, just so I have like a perfect canvas and base. The concealer shade that I use is 17W, and I'm just gonna use my finger to dip in here and pick up some product and spot conceal some areas that have left behind, things that are like a little bothersome to me. I just like to make sure that they get a little extra coverage, especially if I know I'm gonna be taking like a lot of pictures. I also put some above my lip. I tend to be darker like around my mouth, so it's kind of like my form of color correcting. Just a little bit of concealer here will help kind of even that out. Okay, so now that I have my base down and everything, I want to go in with a little bit of cream blush. One of my biggest tips for long-lasting makeup is you need to layer things up. So if you want your bronzer or contour to last, I would use like a cream product first and then put your powder bronzer on top. The subtle concealers are actually really good for that, using it as like a bronzer. So just get one that's like a few shades darker and put your powder bronzer on top. Today I'm gonna be using my lip and cheek, and this is in the shade Terracotta Tour Guide. So I'm just gonna apply some of this. It's also like a way for you to kind of like customize your blush and just like add a custom color. But I always recommend, like, if you're gonna do this and layer up like your cream products and your powder, apply your cream products while your face is still like wet, quote unquote. So while your foundation and concealer and everything is still like pretty new, like you just added it to your face before you put any setting powder down or anything. And then once you apply your setting powder, you can go back on top with your powder products. So you will want to apply all your cream or liquid products together and then apply all your powder products together. So we have our blush down, and now I can go ahead and set everything. Actually, I'm gonna go into with a little bit of highlight. So this is the cream highlight in the shade Rosé, and I'm just going to take a little bit on my finger and put it at the high points of my cheeks. So again, just making sure all of my cream products are layered in together. And that's just such a pretty highlight. I'll put a little bit on my nose too. I'm gonna put a little bit more highlight later. It's holiday time, so I feel like you can go all out with the highlight. If you wanna be shining like Rudolph, by all means. So now that I have set my face and everything, I'm gonna go in with blush. This is Pink in a Pinch. It's hands down one of my favorite products from Subtl. It's just like the perfect pinky blush. I feel like, especially for my skin tone. As a brown girl, I feel like it's always hard for me to find true pink blushes that don't look ashy on me. And this one just looks so good, and I always get compliments on it when I wear it. People are always asking, your blush is so nice, like where'd you get it from? And remember, we layered cream blush underneath this, so it's gonna last for however long I need it to. And then I'm gonna go in with bronzer. I use the shade Cocoa. I literally use this every day. Y'all see how dirty this is? It's well loved. I'm going to go in and apply that right underneath my blush. You kind of want them to meet. You want them to like be touching each other. So you're kind of like overlapping like where your blush is. At the hollows of your cheeks, it usually starts like right where your ears start, and you just want to bring it down. Don't drag it down too far to your lips. You're gonna look like a cartoon character or something. We don't want you out here looking like that. And then a little bit on my forehead. My favorite thing about this bronzer though is it's so pigmented. You literally only need like one tap in the bronzer to get the color payoff you need. You don't need to be swirling in your product like that. Now my bronzer is like multifaceted. She does lots of things for me. So I'm also gonna take a little bit of this bronzer and apply it along my nose as like a little bit of a contour. So you wanna get like a slim brush for this. An eyeshadow brush will work, something that you can control easily, and make sure you bring it up underneath your brows too, but don't just leave it there. You need to blend it out. And it might look a little scary right now, but everything's gonna come together in the end. I'm also gonna take a little eyeshadow brush, and my bronzer is like my main eyeshadow, and I just put it right in my crease. So whatever bronzer shade you use, that's like the most natural, soft glam looking eyeshadow. Is just putting a little bit of your bronzer in your crease. And I literally do this almost every day when I do my makeup. It's just so easy to do. It's not something I have to think about. I wear this by itself all the time. You can layer it up with like different eyeshadows if you want to do like something sparkly on your lids. By itself, it looks pretty too, even when you just like put a little mascara and a little eyeliner on with it. And I am going to use a little bit of an eyeshadow today. This is Takeoff, and I'm going to use the shimmery side. And I just like to take some with my finger. If you want it to be like a little bit more pigmented, a little bit more of like a foiled look, get a brush and wet it. But I just want it to be like very soft and effortless. So I'm just going to take a little bit on my finger and just pat it over my lid, so it just gives like a little bit of like a bronzy shimmer. And I'll go back with my brush and just make sure we don't have any harsh edges or anything. But cocoa bronzer and then the Takeoff shimmery on the lid, it just looks so pretty. And now that our eyes are all done, I want to put a little bit of highlighter on top of my cream highlight. So I'm going to use a little bit of the champagne highlight. And again, I'm picking it up with my finger. This is very pigmented, I will say. So maybe like tap off a little bit. You just literally need to press your finger in there. You don't need a lot at all. And I like to drag it back to like my temple, so it's not like so concentrated right here on my cheek. Just drag it back. We get like a whole highlighted look along this area. We'll do a little bit on our nose. It'll give you like that little Rudolph nose effect. And a little bit down the bridge, just a little. Lightly dab it in the corner of your eyes. Just very lightly. And it'll just like highlight your eyes a little bit. It looks so pretty. And that is our finished soft glam holiday look. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you need any other tips, please check out the rest of the videos on the Subtl channel. They have so many helpful videos that are super beginner friendly, and I love checking them out sometimes, even just getting ideas for different ways I can use my Subtl Stak. Again, my name is Niara Alexis. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope I'll see you soon.